Thank you. Hello, guys. I think I'm live, so I'm not seeing very much of me. But hey ho, I just wanted to come on here today and talk about motivation. So hey, why not? So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's me, Susan, the holistic intuitive coach, helping people working with the feeling body. Just wanted to kind of talk about motivation because a few people have requested that, and I guess at a time like this, it sort of makes sense. So what I say to you is find a routine. I'm going to go through in a minute some of my Susan's motivational top tips for you, and in total there is 17. So if you want a copy of this, I'm happy to email it to you, send it to you, whatever, let me know, and I'll get it off to you. But they really are just basic, simple rules to follow, and you will be able to do them. So what do we do? You make your goals, but you procrastinate. You don't get on with them. You write a to-do list, and it never gets done. And this happens time and time and time again. So we need to look at what we can do, what I can do to help you to move through that. So routine, I say, is key. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Susan Cox, or Susan Wilkinson, as I'm going to be known to. Yeah, let me know you're here. Drop some likes at the bottom of the screen, some love hearts, send me some messages, whatever it happens to be for you. But what I want to say to you is this: routine is the key. I get up in the morning and I do my mindfulness meditation, I do my exercise, or I have a routine. If it's not at 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or whatever, then it's certainly later on, and I make sure I do those things. I have other things that I do. I read, I write, I plan, I schedule, and I am quite self-motivating, but it's not always easy for us to motivate ourselves. So hopefully I'll be able to, or I'll give you some tools to walk away with tonight, where you'll be able to motivate yourself, or certainly work off some of those things. So I always say, regardless of what I'm going to tell you now in my meditation, have a routine. Regardless, have a routine. Even if you don't feel like doing it, just do it. Get up early. Don't lay in bed. Meditate. Have some exercise. Eat your frogs early. So the things you really don't want to do, make sure you do them first thing, or at least one a day. Don't allow yourself to get distracted. Take a 3-minute meditation break, and I'm going to talk about that in my Susan's motivational top tips for you today. But I talked to two things. I talked to my sister last week, and what I found with her is that she's just said, I just don't feel myself. I just feel like I just want to go to bed. I just want to sleep. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go out. But bear in mind, at these times where we are, she lives in a flat. She's had 3 things that are taken away from her that are the most important. So that's her church, so her community, and her grandchild, and her son, and her family. So she can't see any of those. She lives in a flat, so she's not got a neighbour or a garden like I have, where you can lean over the fence and have a chat to your neighbour. That doesn't happen. So I looked at her and I said, maybe you're getting a little bit depressed. So she reached out and she ended up talking to her church, and she is now helping people with meal deliveries, shopping. A nursery near her gave 5,000 plants out, and the church congregation delivered them to people's houses within the community. So that's given her the motivation and focus to really lift herself back up, because I was worried about her for a time, but now she's kind of got herself back on because she's decided what she's going to do. Then obviously my partner has boys, so they come over here. So what do I do with them? They don't sit here. They want to go on their phones. They want to go on their iPads. No, we're not having that. When they come here, we've got to give them focus. We've got to bring them back to basics. So get them planting vegetables in the garden. So red onions, white onions, garlic, potatoes, get them watering, get them hosing down, get them involved in other things rather than just these brain numbing things. So there's many things that we can do to kind of motivate ourselves and others. And then I know a few people had emailed me, and I know one of you is Rachel, about obviously you do night shifts and you find it hard to motivate yourself, and you've got a son that really is kind of like constantly on the computer. But you've got to remember here, Rachel, is that you are the mother, you are the parent, and sometimes we have to practice tough love. So take it away from him and get him involved in everyday simple chores. And that could be simple things like just baking a cake. It could be teaching them how to cook something. It could be going for a walk. Even though, our kids moan about all these things, at the end of the day, they come back more fulfilled because they're engaging with other people, without a shadow of a doubt. So, motivation has many faces, for sure. So, talk to me, let me know, what works for you, what you've tried, what you haven't, if you need any advice. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you my top tips for self-motivation. So I can't remember them all, so I'm just going to read them to you. So firstly, we have just get yourself started. Just get yourself somewhere. That's what I say. So create a routine for each day, especially a morning routine that will get you fired up, and the motivation will catch up with you later on. So you start doing something, and then what happens is you then sort of say to yourself, you do something and you feel really good because you've accomplished something. So for example, both my daughters actually have just painted their bathrooms, and they originally wanted me and my partner to go down and do that with them, but they've done it themselves, and they feel such a feeling of whatever the word is, good self accomplishment, pride, that they'd actually done that themselves. And to be honest with you, they've done a really good job considering they have never done that before. So, if you start something, afterwards the motivation will come because you will feel very good about what you have achieved. So just small steps lead to great things. Number 2, reduce the distractions. Oh yes, that's easy, and I am the number one queen at those distractions. I'll make a cup of tea, I'll peel the potatoes for tonight, I'll make that rice, I'll season that meat, whatever it happens to be. But for you, and I have to do this, shut the door. Your family will think, oh my God, she's so miserable, she just wants to be on her own. He just wants to be on his own. No, it's not. It's just sometimes you just need to carve out that time to focus on what you're focusing. Put your phone on silent. It's okay. You can call back these people afterwards. Tell your family you need this space to do whatever it is you need to do. And hopefully they will respect your wishes. Number 3, be accountable for what you need to do. Interesting, isn't it? Let me put the light on because I look a bit dark, don't I? I wish I've got a nice little tan now. You can see my tan, hopefully. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Right, so be accountable. Tell friends and people or anybody in any groups that you are part of what you are going to do, what you're setting out to do. And then check back in with them later that day or the next week or whenever it is, so they can say to you, hey, did you do it? And if you did, they're going to congratulate you. Hi, Kerry. And say, yes, that you actually did do it. The 4th thing is connect with positive, motivational people in your life. So spend time with the people that make you feel good, that have got good energy, a high vibration. When you've been with that person, they're going to feel good because that will boost you. Number 5, self-help motivation. So what is self-help motivation? So, there are lots of resources out there, books, podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, they're all out there. So blogs, experts, people are experts in their arena. So if they have something that you need to latch onto, so their success stories, so you want to write a book, you want to learn how to do X, Y, and Z, then tap into these people because they're the success stories are free. They're out there. And some of the few people that I would recommend just to get me going are Oprah Winfrey, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Gabriella Bernstein, Louise Hay, to mention a few. So just research and get the books, get the audio books if you haven't got the time to listen, to read. Sorry, not listen, to read. Number 6 is music. Play some music. If you need to get yourself going and get yourself upbeat, then put something music on that's upbeat. If it's something you're focusing on, then I would suggest something that really is more like relaxation music, something that sort of gets you in that zone of focusing, for sure. Number 7 is change the way you look at things. So ask yourself, what will I learn from this? What will I learn from this experience that I'm about to begin or achieve or start? Well, however it is for you, be positive. See the end result in your mind. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your body. And then see it in your mind's eye. And then it will come into reality. So, number 8, okay, of Susan's motivational tips for you is self-talk. Oh my gosh, you know how I feel about self-talk. You know I talk about that a lot. Self-talk is so important. Watch that self-talk. Don't beat yourself up about anything. When you hear those negative self-talk, sorry, let me start again. When you hear that negative self-talk creeping in, immediately reframe it. Change it. So if I used to say to myself, as a lot of you know, oh my gosh, I look like death warmed up. So then I would change that and say, actually, you know, you're beautiful. You're loving, you're kind, whatever it is that you have to say. But change that self-talk to something that is positive. Immediately reframe it to the positive opposite. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles started with just one step. Okay? That's not my saying, we all know. Latstus. Just take one step and you'll be amazed at what will happen in your life. So we have number 9. So, what am I saying? What do you want to do and why is the question now. What do you want to do and why? Okay? So, remind yourself why you want to do something and get real with your why. So what is your why? Your why is the most important thing. What benefit are you going to get from what you're about to achieve? Why is it important? It could be a feel-good factor. It could be that you engage in activity to keep you from spiraling down. Know your why you are doing what you're doing. And that doesn't necessarily, that can be something really simple. You know, it could be I'm really cleaning my house and dusting my house because I've got asthma and all this dust is getting in front of me. It could be I'm doing it because it's going to make me feel better. It's because I'm writing this book because I want to help other people. So what is this time that you've got? What is it giving you? What is it? What is your imagination, you know, coming up with? What ideas? So get involved in that, and you know, ask yourself the why, and really get involved in. And because when you get in touch with your why, you can really deliver with such power to yourself and to other people. So it might be it's not about you; it's about you want to give something else to other people, like I do. Okay, so number 10, remind yourself what you're moving towards. So I want to write my book. So my why is before, and I'm reminding myself I want to move towards writing my book, and in order to do that, I have to take steps before that. So I have to clear myself, I have to give me some space and stillness to sit and meditate and allow the information to come into me so I can physically write that out and create my book. Number 11, I've got no fingers, I'm worn out. So express gratitude. Express gratitude. Express gratitude daily for what you have. And this even means the simple things like the running water, the roof over your head, health, friends, when you really get in that zone and you sit still in your morning meditation, I'll tell you what I do. I go to my chair, my little chair over there, you can all see, my old little chair that I bought from a second-hand shop, but my feet sit firmly on the floor, rather, because I've got short legs, I'm not a short person. So I sit on my chair and I go into what I call my workshop. And my workshop is where I go in there in the morning and I first sit there and I offer gratitude. I offer blessings to those people I feel need it, and I offer forgiveness. I then visualize what it is I want to create in my life as though it has happened. And then I go into my meditation. So this is my time for me. So the gratitude, the expression, the time for being and offering and simply being with myself is so important. So many emotions, feelings, answers come in that stillness. So yes, express that gratitude and find that silence. Number 12, as I'm going to call it, is get a to-do list. You know, what is your to-do list? You'll have a million things on that to-do list without a shadow of a doubt, but you have to take control of it. You have to say to yourself, you know what? I've got to do one thing at a time. So have one main list with your millions of things on it, and then migrate them over one or two or a few a day at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself, and then just do one job at a time and focus on that job or that action or that activity, whatever it happens to be. Do not allow yourself to be distracted by phone calls and other such things, which is what we've said previously. And then we have number 13. So 13 is take a break. We all will have to take a break. You don't have to do things all day long. So you might have a timetable, a bit like we did at school. You know, we had maths for period 1 and 2, we had English for 3 and 4, we had a break, and so on and so forth. I can't remember. But maybe you need to do this. But when you have that timetable, build in the breaks, the meditation breaks, the walk breaks, the cup of tea breaks, and actually take those breaks away from your desk, away from where you're working. You know, even if it's just interact with your family and say, hey, I'm just having 5 minutes with you. Now I'm going back to what I need to do. And then we have number 14. So exercise. Oh my gosh, without my exercise, I would be absolutely ruined. I love my exercise without a shadow of a doubt. I feel it reduces stress, inner tension. It gets all those positive endorphins moving around your body, and I think you're better able to motivate yourself. And then in the meanwhile, you're getting a healthier, happy body, you know, and mindset without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, my shoulders are getting quite strong. Anyway, another story. So also I want to say to you, number 15, we've only got 2 more to go. So 15 is a 3-minute breathing exercise. So the 3-minute breathing exercise is all about realigning yourself and bringing yourself back to the present moment. So when we start getting involved in the story or going offline or what's the word I'm looking at is just getting out of control, really. If you do your 3-minute breathing exercise, it will bring you back to the present moment and allow you to refocus. So if you need a copy of that, you haven't got one, then let me know, inbox me, speak to me, give me some likes, and I will send that to you, which is a recording you can listen to, download to your phone and listen every day, or you can get to know it off by heart and say it to yourself, or even better is to record it in your own voice. Okay, so number 16, time to celebrate. So celebrate your achievements so far. Take time to reflect. It will recharge your motivation. So yes, look back and say, you know what, today, for example, me, I had a great one-to-one this week with one of my business mentors, and we created my business funnel. And I look back on that and I say, you know what? I thank her and I thank myself because I think, yes, I finally achieved that, and I'm building. So, you know, give yourself a pat on the back for the things that you achieve. Take time to achieve. And finally, number 17 is check in with nature. So when you check in with nature, go for a walk with nature, walking your bare feet on the grass, Be with Mother Earth. If you're near the sea, walk in the sea, walk in the woods or the field, by the river, whatever it happens to be, just be in the moment. Enjoy where you are and the beauty that is around you and the beauty in the things that you see. Nothing else. Just allow that. Just simply be. So, guys, they are my 17 Susan's motivational tips for you. So I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they've made sense. Self-care is important. Stay motivated. Remember, you are in charge of yourself and you're in charge of your kids or whoever's around you. So get them motivated as well. Get them off the phones, off the iPhones, and get them out with nature, get them out with walking, get them connecting with you, get the board games out, whatever it happens to be. It's not all about the internet. But anyway, I just want to thank you. I have given you these. I hope it's made sense to you and helps you on this Talk Tuesday. And if you need me or got any questions for me, then inbox me, call me, give me some love hearts, do whatever it is you need to do. And yeah, Vicky, I'm with you. I see and notice nature so much more since I've been meditating on a daily basis. Yeah, great. Vicky's been part of my team for quite a while. Kerry, yeah, you're doing so much yourself, in terms of what you're doing, and so strong and such a positive woman. No problem, Vicky. I'll always show my tips and anybody else. So give me some likes, some loves, message me afterwards. I'm going to go because I've got some online clients to take care of now. But I love you all and I thank you for taking care and I thank you for listening. Bye-bye.